Scott Grove with another mortgage mystery. Should you get your mortgage online? This is a very confusing question because in this day and age, any lender you work with is going to do some part of the process online. Whether or not you fill out your application online, you sign your disclosures online, you upload some of your paperwork online, you are going to be working on the internet in conjunction with your loan officer in order to obtain a home loan. I think the more pertinent question here is, should I get my loan? Should I get my home loan? Should I get my pre-approval from a lender who is an online-based lender? And an online-based lender simply means that there's a call center of loan officers who are maybe a little bit less experienced, who are processing applications that you take online, that you might submit online, that they might advertise to buy your data online. So what we're really talking about is an online lender versus a lender that you'll find like myself, who works in a retail establishment or works in a large bank or works for a broker. Now, spoiler alert, I'm very biased about this, but I think the reality is there's a lot of marketing out there trying to push consumers and buyers to online lenders. And the reality is you can't just click a button and get a mortgage. There's a multitude of different types of buyers out there. High credit, low credit, high wage earners, low wage earners, huge down payment, no down payment. And the idea that everybody could be in this kind of simple box, pick one from column A, pick one from column B, click a button, get a mortgage online, and you never have to talk to anybody. You don't have to consult with a professional, and you don't have to have somebody like myself who's an advocate for you. I think that's kind of silly. Now look, some of these online lenders are thriving because they have their box, and if you happen to fit in your box, they can service you at a high level. The problem is a lot of clients don't know whether or not they fit into that box, and a lot of times that box blows up halfway through the transaction, and then you, the consumer, are scrambling to try to find a way to do the loan. So I would say the more uniqueness that you might have in your mortgage or real estate transaction, or the more layers of risk you might have in purchasing a house. So for example, are you self-employed versus traditionally employed? Meaning you own your own business versus you get a pay stub and a W-2 from another company. Are you getting gift funds from a family member because you don't have your own money for the down payment? Are you relocating jobs? Have you changed your jobs in the last 2 years? Do you own other property? Do you kind of have a unique credit scenario? Do you earn income primarily from a trust or rental income, dividends and interest, alimony, child support? The more nuanced your loan is, the more likely it will be that you don't fit in this perfect little box to go through an online lender, and you need a professional loan officer like myself to help evaluate your finances, educate you on what's available, and then advocate for you when you go to make an offer. And I'll tell you, I know a lot of realtors who refuse to allow their client to work with an online lender simply because of logistics. For example, when the realtor calls the lender to say, hey, I need a pre-approval letter, we're making an offer tonight. And the online lender, following some type of internal compliance, says, well, first I got to send this through the portal, and then I have to get permission from the client to send you the pre-approval letter. Then I got to send it to the client, then the client can send it to you. When you're working with a professional like myself, we can cut through a lot of that red tape and make life easier for the client and the realtor. Similarly, if you're getting your loan through an online lender, which is really just a call center, once that call center person goes home, they go home. You just have an email and a portal to communicate with them. You don't have their cell phone number. You can't get in touch with them on the weekends. It's a little bit harder to do business. And the speed at which real estate moves and the local feel of real estate is still one of those businesses where having an advocate and somebody who's in your corner on your side matters. So, of course, I'm wildly biased on this topic. However, I think there's a case to be made that unless you have an 800 credit score, you have one pay stub and one W-2, and you have 20% down that's in one checking account that you can pay for the entire down payment, if you've got any nuance to your deal, which let's be honest, most of us do, you're probably better off going through a lender like myself instead of trying to get your loan by yourself on the internet. So, Scott Groves with the Mortgage Mystery Series. If you have questions about getting pre-approved, or you've got some nuance in your financial situation, do me a favor, shoot me an email, give me a call, schedule some time with the Calendly link below, and we will be in touch with you within 24 hours to answer all of your questions and see if we're the right lender to work with you. Even if we're not licensed in a state where you're buying a home or refinancing a loan or trying to get pre-approved, we have a whole pool of lenders all over the nation who we can refer you to so that you can work with an amazing loan officer who's in your local area who can help you get a home loan.